Hello everyone, Kaiser here, and today this is going to be a different kind of video, but I want to talk about this new line of anime figures called Anime Heroes being made by the same people who made the Dragon Star line. So, how I came to know about this new line of anime figures is that I was on Instagram, and one of the people that I follow showed these pictures of these new Naruto action figures. The three being Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi. These were figures that I actually haven't seen before, so I wanted to find out like who made them, where can I get them, and during that little journey, I realized that they were made by the same people who made the Dragon Star line of Dragon Ball Z figures, and that this line was being called Anime Heroes. Now, there are a few different pictures of different characters, so all I really wanted to do was talk about them and give you my thoughts on them. So yeah, that's all I'm really going to be doing. I will show a few different links to where I found these pictures, and it should be said that these figures are actually released. I'm not sure, well, at least Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi are released. I'm not sure where, but I'm pretty sure it'll be at places like GameStop. So with that, let's get into these figures. Okay, so the first place that I went to while looking for these figures is Reddit, and this is what the caption says. Bandai America is making a line called Anime Heroes featuring Naruto, My Hero Academia, and Seiya. The first wave featuring Naruto, Kakashi, and Sasuke will probably be out, or is out in Q1 or 2020. So yeah, as you can see that these figures, in all honesty, they don't look bad, but like, figures with Naruto, Kakashi, and Sasuke is that if you haven't had these figures before, one, this is a great way to get them, but if you do have these figures, you probably have the SH figure arts, and that's kind of the thing that first came to mind when I started looking for these figures. Can these, like, when it comes to scale, how tall are they going to be and how well will they fit in, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. So here we have Naruto. There's only one clear picture, and sorry for my phone not having the best quality, but this one is pretty clear compared to these, since these are pretty blurry. And it does seem like the figure looks pretty good. I would say that the head looks a little bit off, and the neck kind of looks too long. But, you know, like proportion-wise and how he looks in Shippuden, I think it looks pretty good. One thing I don't understand about some Naruto figures, especially when it comes to Shippuden, is how the torso is one piece and doesn't have some kind of joint in there. I know it has a waist joint, but if these are being made by the same people who made Dragon Stars, and that waist joint will act as like a substitute ab crunch, then I hope it's better, but it really wouldn't be that hard to add a ab crunch somewhere in the torso anyways. The articulation looks pretty good too. It looks like he's gonna have simple head joint, bicep swivels, double jointed elbows and knees, you know. I say it would be on par with SH figure arts, again, apart from that torso. For the legs, or at least the hips, it does seem like it's the same type of hip articulation for most other Dragon Stars figures, so, you know, I hope it's not too bad. We go over here and look at the accessories. It looks like he comes with, even though they're blurry, I'm pretty sure it's easy to make out what they'll be. Looks like he'll come with two Hanjutsu hands, two hands for the Shao Clone effect, one kunai or Rasengan, a hand to open the Rasengan, and probably two fist or grabbing hands. So, you know, it's not bad. Again, it's pretty much on par with SH figure arts. So for this Naruto, even though I have the SH figure arts Naruto, or at least a bootleg or at least a bootleg, if I wanted to, I'd still probably get this, and I'm gonna be honest, I still probably will. Who knows? Moving on to Sasuke. Again, he doesn't look bad, but I don't know. I do kind of have a few problems. For one, I'm not sure if it's just me, but the proportions seem kind of off. I'm not sure if it's the picture, but he seems a little more bulky. I'm not sure if that's just the clothes or if that's how he actually looks, but it might just be me. Another thing is that when it comes to articulation, again, it seems pretty, I guess you could say on par, but here's the problem I have. For the waist and or crunch, or ab crunch, it seems like that's going to be severely hindered by this giant rope skirt that Sasuke has. Because to me at least, it doesn't seem like you're going to be able to move him back and forth for that ab crunch. I think you'll still be able to get a waist swivel, but I'm not sure. Not only that, but the legs will probably be severely hindered when it comes to articulation. That was a problem. That was kind of a problem with the SH figure arts, which is why I changed my out. But with this figure, considering that it's probably going to be made from mostly hard plastic, I'm pretty sure that that skirt is not going to be flexible at all. So yeah, that might be a problem. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. No real complaint there. For accessories, it seems the same with Naruto. Two jutsu hands, two fists, two grabby hands, and he does come with a sword and a sheath. I'm not sure if the sheath will be able to slide in. Hope it does. That'd be pretty cool. But one thing I wish they would have given him is a Chidori, since, you know, that's kind of Sasuke's main move. But overall, the figure doesn't seem that bad, so that's fine. And moving on to Kakashi, let me just go over here. For Kakashi, again, it actually looks pretty good. I'd say it's probably the best looking out of the three of them. Can't really say much. You can't really see the waist or the ab crunch, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as Naruto and Sasuke. And the articulation does seem pretty good. I don't own the SH Figure Arts version, or at least a bootleg of it. Me and my brother were thinking about probably getting one, but now that we've seen this and know that they're out at least somewhere, we'll probably just get this one. For accessories, it seems like he comes again with 2 jutsu hands, 2 grabby hands, and 2 hands to hold his Raikiri. I think that's how you say it. It seems like he comes with 2 of these effects. I'm not sure why he doesn't come with the kunai, but you know, it's fine. So yeah, for Kakashi, it seems like he's pretty good, probably the best out of all of them. And with that, let's move on to some of the other characters. So next up we have Saint Seiya, and this is from Toy News International forums. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know a lot about the Saint Seiya series. I do, from what little I do know, is from reading up on it a little bit and playing games like just anime crossovers in general. So yeah, I don't know much about these characters, especially him, but I do know that this character is Pegasus. I forget which version, since there are different variations. But yeah, I'm going to be honest, this doesn't look too bad, honestly. If I have to ask, I have to ask why he has a different type of hip articulation, because those are clearly, like, when you compare it to characters like Naruto, which I can actually do right now, hold on. When you compare it to Naruto, you can see that the ball joints in the hips aren't, exposed, I should say. They're more concealed, and like I said, these Naruto figures and Dragon Ball Z figures, their articulation is more similar to SH Figure Arts, since SH Figure Arts also did this with their previous Naruto and Dragon Ball figures, which makes sense since they're both since they are made by Bandai. But when you look at Saint Seiya, or Pegasus I should say, they're more exposed, so I'm not sure why that is. I guess they want to try a different type of articulation, but it doesn't matter. This figure still looks pretty nice. I'm not sure what accessories he comes with. It doesn't really seem like he comes with any, which would suck, since, you know, more accessories just add that little bit more character to them. But yeah, up we have the My Hero Academia line of figures, and this is kind of hard to do considering that you can see how blurry they are. But you know what, I'm still gonna try my best. This is from tfh.com.sg, so there's a website for you. And while these pictures are blurry, I can still kind of tell how this figure is going to look for at least for the most part. One thing you'll notice that the hair is really green. There's no real black in it, so that I don't know. I'm not saying it's a bad thing for a Midoriya figure, but I feel like it wouldn't be too hard to add in a little bit more paint into the hair. Another thing is that this is clearly based off his second costume, as you can see by the extra padding, the darker shade of green, and the leg armor. So you know what? I wouldn't say it looks bad, especially since I can't see it that well, but I do have to ask how this would scale with other figures, since from that last website, it said that this is a 6-inch scale line, and I'm not sure how accurate that's going to be, so, yeah, I don't know if this will scale well with, Figma figures, if you wanted this figure to stand next to your Figma Midoriya, so I'm not exactly sure. And we also have, Kachan or Bakugo, and I have to say that he doesn't look too bad either. Again, I can't really see him, but it does seem like he has a good amount of articulation, and again, I'm not exactly sure how well this will fit in with Figma figures, especially with the Figma Bakugo that's coming out, or with the Figma Midoriya. But it does seem like just from like the pictures, it does seem like he's going to have the same amount of posability as the other figures. Hopefully you'll be able to do some at least pretty cool poses. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about the two My Hero Academia figures. Like I said, I can't really see them, but from squinting really hard at it, I'm able to tell a few things about them, and it does seem like they'll be pretty decent figures. So that's really all I have to say about this line so far. I haven't, I haven't got my hands on any of the figures yet, but I hope to get my hands on the Kakashi, and hopefully that will be good, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It's definitely a different style of video, but this was something that just interested me, so I thought I'd make a video, get my thoughts and opinions on these figures out, and, just do something different. So I hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.